Oh, everything hurts. Everything fucking hurts! And I'm not talking about Jalen. I just heard that Michael Penix is going to miss the remainder of the season because of a partially torn ACL. Great. Now we got a clown show at quarterback. And I heard we signed Kyle Trask. This is almost as bad as 2020. People don't remember we were choking like it was our job in 2020. Like, we blew a 29-0 lead to the Dallas Cowgirls. We blew a lead to the Chicago Bears. We blew a lead to the Chargers. We allowed Detroit to get a touchdown with no time left. A 7-point lead being choked was considered normal that year. This year, it's nothing like that. At least this year was like, better not to have a lead at all than to choke it away. That was the case more often than not. That was why it was not as bad as 2020. But yeah, this team is ass. Yeah, I literally just don't know what to do. I guess let's just get this show on the road. Welcome back to Grizzly Talks Football, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Grizz, and we have ourselves Week 13 playoff poll reactions, and we're going straight into the Week 12 NFL predictions. I think you know the drill by now. Make sure you check the description for the Season 2 playlist link. Click on it. Make sure you watch every episode so you're all caught up, and you also have it for future episodes whenever they come out. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. If the channel alive, by the way, subscribe button is right down there. Without further delay, let's get to the playoff poll first. Here we go. Starting off with the top 5. Ohio State at 1, Indiana 2, A&M 3, Georgia 4, Texas Tech at 5. People have the argument that Ohio State shouldn't really be at 1 because, well, you know, they haven't really played anybody significant. Not really a Longhorn team or anything that was coached by a former BYU quarterback or anything. I can sort of see the argument, but then you have to also think they were the defending national champions. They already beat Indiana last year, and they might beat them again in the Big Ten championship. That's why they're number 1 right now. I understand A&M is being 3 because they're still undefeated, but they almost lost to South Carolina. The 1 spot jump from 5-4 for Georgia was expected since Alabama lost to Oklahoma. And how about Texas Tech? How about our quality loss being at number 5? Then you got 6 through 10, Ole Miss, Oregon, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, and Alabama. I understand Oregon being ahead of Oklahoma because 1 loss versus 2 losses. I don't understand why Notre Dame, I'm just kidding, Notre Dame being ahead of Alabama. Like I said before, timing on these losses matter. Notre Dame lost their first 2 games to good opponents, which is 3 and 13. Bama lost to 8 just this past week. And so yeah, it wasn't so much of an issue, before then, but obviously 2003 it was a major issue because Oklahoma should have never been in a BCS championship back in 2003. But in this case, yeah, Notre Dame being ahead of Alabama makes sense because of the quality loss and also the timing of them. 11-15, we got BYU, Utah, Miami, Vandy, USC. Like saying BYU still ahead of Utah, people understand the head-to-head thing. But how the hell is Miami 13? They're 5th in the ACC. Obviously, the projections are super retarded because Miami might not even win their conference. And also, assuming that BYU, Utah, Bama, and Notre Dame don't lose a game, yeah, Miami's not even going to make it there either. Like, I get it. Georgia Tech's been winning ugly, but come on. Wins are wins, and they should treat them that way. Obviously, the committee doesn't give a shit and you're in the SEC and you lose and you win ugly. Texas. Somehow it only matters in the ACC. Or basically every other conference that's not named SEC. Because ESPN and Disney are just a greedy little bitch. Not exactly complaining about Vandy and USC, even though I do still think USC is fraudulent. 16-20, we got Georgia Tech, who should be higher than Miami. Texas 17, Michigan 18, Virginia 19, Tennessee at 20. Here's the rest of the top 25. Illinois, Missouri, Houston, Tulane, and Arizona State. I swear Tennessee is in here for shits and giggles. Because with 3 losses, how the hell are they in the top 20? How the hell is Texas in the top 20 when they have 3 losses as well? I can understand Missouri being ranked, but come on. Also, where the hell did Illinois come from? Where did Arizona State come from? Arizona State's been playing down in competition, yet they get rewarded? That's a little rare from you, playoff committee. If for some reason Tulane is the highest ranked group of 5 team in the playoff right now. No James Madison or North Texas. I don't know, man. That's a little interesting. And a little interesting also to see Houston ranked. But in fairness to them, I think they only have 2 losses. Man, it's whatever. This poll doesn't mean shit until the end anyway. Anyways, I had enough of being rage baited by a college poll. Let's get into the Week 11 NFL predictions. Before we head into that, by the way, we actually did better. 10-5 in Week 11. So my new record now is 98-65-1. We're almost into the hundreds. We're in Week 12. Let's go have ourselves a better Week 12. Kicking off this week, we got Thursday Night Football, Buffalo Bills and Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud's still out, Dalton Kincaid's still out. I mean, the Kincaid injury isn't as bad as I thought it would be, because Josh Allen completely made fools of that Tampa Bay defense. But they are playing against General Davis Mills. So either this is going to be a defensive game that could be won by Houston, or Buffalo's offense is going to go completely off again and completely dismantle the Houston Texans. I mean, especially after that ugly win against the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to go with the latter, and I'm going to say the Bills win this one by a score of 28-14. I think Josh Allen will score often and early, and I think he's going to finish with 4 total touchdowns, and James Cook might even add one too. I'm assuming it will be through the air. That's also knowing that Jalen Petre is out in secondary. Kicking off the 1 o'clock slate, we got the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. Everybody's calling for the Chiefs to be out of the playoffs after a 5-5 start through 10 games. I say, hold it right there. Chiefs are not even close to being out of the playoffs yet. You guys don't remember 2023, do you? They had a rough start as well in that 2 years ago. They won 11-6, got the 3 seed, and guess what? They still won the Super Bowl. And I got lucky picking against them last week. Do not expect me to be lucky this time. Jonathan Taylor's going to be an issue, but if they could stop him, if the Chiefs can stop him, they can force Daniel Jones to throw, they might actually have a chance in this game. I predict the Kansas City wins this 27-24. The Patriots going to have a bounce-back game. The defense is actually going to play pretty good, and that will be the recipe for the Chiefs win. If there was ever a time for a bounce-back game, it's against a team that's actually the second best team in the AFC right now. And it could show that the Chiefs can still contend with the best. Next up, we got the Seahawks playing at the Titans. Speaking of bounce-back games, Seahawks win this one 31-13. There's really not much for me to explain because, yeah, the Titans offense is not looking too good, and the defense is going to be out there all game long. Sam Darnold is looking for a redemption game. This is the perfect game. 4-interception game against the Rams is going to be completely behind him because he did play a great defense in that game. Up next, we got a little NFC North matchup between the Vikings and the Packers in Lambeau. Green Bay, how about you stop playing down to your competition this time for 10 freaking minutes? Well, at least Penix is better than 9. Packers win 28-24, where once again, the Packers play down to their competition. Stop playing down to your competition, Green Bay. That's the Steelers' job. Also, defense, how about you lock in for more than the fourth quarter? Next up, we got the Jets playing at the Ravens. Ravens win 31-14. I don't think it's going to matter if Tyrod's playing or not. The Ravens' defense has definitely improved, and yeah, it might be GG's for the Jets. Man, what a rough season for Aaron Glenn. Up next, we got the Giants playing at the Lions. Oh boy, Motor City Madness strikes again. Lions win 38-10. You thought the Lions were pissed? That is a massive understatement. They are furious after what happened on Sunday night. And they're about to take their frustrations out on the Eagles' division rivals in the NFC East. One of them at least. The Giants. Sorry, Famous Jameis or Jackson Dart, whoever's starting. The Lions are out for blood. And kneecaps for that matter. Up next, we got the Steelers and the Chicago Bears. Ben Johnson can't keep getting away with this. Bears being first place in the division gives me a little tingling because it's not something I expected. Please, for the love of God, Steelers, please end this travesty. For this game, Steelers win 20-17. It's a defensive battle. And the final 1 o'clock game, we have the Patriots playing at the Bengals. Patriots win 28-13. Losing Jamar Chase to suspension was probably the worst thing to happen to the Bengals. Even worse than the Shamar Stewart saga. That's literally the best player of the offense, and because he spit on Jalen Ramsey, he's suspended for this game. RIP to the Bengals offense. Because they're cooked! Kicking on the 4 o'clock slate, we got one of the worst games of the slate, the 4 o'clock slate. The Browns taking on the Raiders. I said one of the worst because it gets a lot worse than that. One game in particular. But this is also the first game that Shador will be starting, and he's going against the Raiders. One problem though, if the Browns perform so badly against the Ravens defense, just imagine what Max Crosby's going to do. It's going to be a defensive slugfest, isn't it? 2 garbage offenses and 2 elite defenders. In a 13-10 slugfest on defense, I think the Browns do have a better offense, personally in my opinion. So the Browns win in this one. Alright guys, better be run, Shador. Don't worry, the entire world will be watching. Next up, we got the Jags playing at the Cardinals. Why do I feel like this is a letdown stage for Jacksonville? I was going to say Jags, but I suddenly noticed this blowout win is just a recipe for a disastrous loss. So you know what? I'm on board for the Jacoby Brissett bandwagon. So Cardinals will actually win this one. Sarah saying an overtime game, 34-31. The Jags run offense versus the high-flying passing attack of Arizona. Wonder how this will turn out. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the defenses. Sorry. And then we got the NFC East matchup between the Eagles and Dallas Cowgirls. Dallas is in fact not back. Come on, you played the Raiders. Eagles will bring you down to earth. Eagles win, I don't know, 31-28. Gonna be another close game, and this time Philly actually does take control, and Jalen Carter does not spit in Dak's face. Dallas' defense is still ass. And the final game of the 4 o'clock slate, we have the NFC South matchup between the Falcons and Aints. Watch us somehow win this game without London or Penix, and then they still talk more about the Saints than us. No, but seriously, this is a disaster. This game might even be worse than Browns Raiders. I'm at my breaking point. This is a must-win for Atlanta, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to say 16-13 for this one. This is going to be a very lousy offensive game. Hurrah to the defensive game again. Now we got Sunday Night Football between the Bucs and Rams in LA. I know a lot of people are actually going to be taking the Rams in this one. I mean, come on. Great offense, great defense. One of the best teams in the NFL, let alone the NFC. But you know what? I'm not one of those people. Tampa Bay pulls off this upset 31-27. Baker's been looking for a bounce back game ever since his couple of games where it was a disaster. Baker's still looking for redemption, and this is kind of the perfect game to really prove himself again. Defense is definitely not going to help him, but he's got to make things happen, and he will do so. I get they're injury prone, but he's still got pretty nice weapons. Mika Ibuka, Tez Johnson, Sterling Shepard can make some big plays from time to time. Let's hope I'm right. Or maybe I'm just one of those few idiots that picked the Bucs twice in a row against the Bills and Rams. They got it wrong both times. And finally, for Monday Night Football, we got the Panthers playing at the 49ers. Really? The Panthers on prime time? 49ers win 31-20. After seeing this offense play and the defense playing without Nick Bosa or Fred Warner, I have seen enough. Yeah, the Niners are literally sending the Panthers right back to where they belong, in the gutter. Panthers, you had a good run, but unfortunately, your time is over. Because, let me see if I say this right. The San Francisco 49ers, I'm going to whip that ass. Whether it's CMC, Juwan Jennings, George Kittle, whoever, Brock Purdy. Yeah, no chance you have in hell, Carolina. And I should speak of the truth. That does it for the Week 12 NFL predictions, and that'll do it for this episode of Grizzly Talks Football. You enjoyed this episode? Make sure you give this a big thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button down there, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. This is Grizzly signing off for now, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, keep the Grizzly vibes with you at all times. Take care.